Next, we have discussion and possible action for approval of bills, payroll, and monthly reports. We'll start with our new-looking mayor, treasurer. That's a compliment, of course.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Morning, sir.
Say good morning. Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Raul Reyes, County Treasurer, for the record. Judge and Commissioners, this morning I have the two items. I have the presentation of bills and disbursements for the period of July 7th through July 20th, 2023, and the monthly report for the month of June 2023. In the first item under the presentation of bills and disbursements, we did process and review a total of 519 invoices, for which 301 checks were printed. So that disbursement total waiting to be disbursed upon approval by this court is $920,347.92. We also have 129 electronic fund transfers for the payment of 419 invoices ready to be also processed and disbursed, and that total amount is $1,633,497.44. Payments released as per general order prior to today's meeting. We have 81 checks that were processed for the payment of 586 invoices, and that disbursement total is $191,468.08. And we have two electronic fund transfers totaling $211,566.98, and that represents, the payment of two invoices. I don't know if you have any questions regarding this first section.
Questions or comments, colleagues? It doesn't seem like it, no.
Yeah. Is there, I would need action to go ahead and disburse these payments.
Motion
Second.
to disperse the payment.
The bills, yeah.
Second, any opposed? Motion carries.
The next item is the payment ratification, and these were 163 checks that were processed and released prior to today's meeting for the total of payment of 226 invoices, and that disbursement amount was $290,025.45. You'll see that the large portion, Judge and Commissioners, were the tax refunds. Those represented 156 checks. The total amount is listed on the presentation. We had one forfeiture check, and then we had some requests by departments as indicated in the previous slide. For this, we would need formal action to approve the ratification.
Move to ratify.
Second.
Motion seconds, any opposed? Motion carries.
The next slide is for informational purposes only, and that's the liability disbursements of our county payroll. And this is for the period of June 30th, 2023 through July 13th, 2023. We did disburse 1,951 direct deposits, and that disbursement total for the county contribution, the payroll deductions, and of course the net wages, that totaled $4,339,721.53. Last but not least, the Casablanca Golf Course requirement of funds. The prior pay date was July 14th. The approved estimate was $42,000. The actual amount was $35,965.76. We are estimating once again for the pay date of the 28th of July that it will be again approximately, close to the $42,000.
We need to update the photo.
I know.
It
It looks a lot nicer now.
Move to, have the estimated payroll not to exceed 42,000.
Second. Motion seconds, any opposed? Motion carries. Is that it?
The next item is my monthly report for the month of June 2023. Our cash and investment balances at the end of last month, we had $197,062,063.91 in cash balance in the bank. Our investment portfolio was $70,748,860. And of course, that total portfolio at the end of June was $267 $7,810,923.91. Our investment to cash portion, you'll see it there, 73.6%, cash. Our investments represent 26.4%. In terms of our interest rate return by our financial institutions, you'll see there, tax pools are at 5.0543%. Multi-bank securities weighted average are at 2.8800%. Falcon International Bank is at 2.500%. Fado Wealth is at 2.8500%. Our new investments that have matured that are being reinvested, they're all over 5% at the current moment. We have the Texas Class Pool is at 5.2674%. And of course, our investments are weighted average with Greater Pacific Securities. They're at 4.7900%. I've also included, Judge and Commissioners, for record purposes, the types of investments and instruments that we have per our investment portfolio.
Mr. Uribe? He's good. Can you remind me, what's the arrangement with Falcon? Why is it at 2.5? Aren't they supposed to, is it off LIBOR, or what are they using as a?
They're using Prime, but for the record, Lalo Uribe, we had renegotiated the rate with them. We used to be at 1.5. They increased it to 2.5, and they would reset it every month if the rates were higher. So I don't remember the actual calculation, but it was Prime plus.
Or Prime less.
Right. And if the figure went up from that, beginning on the first of the month, they would reset the rate to adjust to, let's say, 265 or 290.
Very good, okay.
Was it a floating? Because I thought the floor was 2.5 and it was the floor.
Is the floor.
The floor, I believe, is 2.
And it went up to 3, right?
Right, and
Or
so
3.5.
I was having trouble with accessing my emails, but I'll pull it up right now and I'll share it with the court.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then to your comment, Commissioner, something that I am currently working on is the update, some updates on our investment portfolio that will be hand delivered, and I will personally meet with y'all to discuss, a major change that I am proposing, and that is to reduce the 70-30 or eliminate the 70-30 caption that we have, so that we can tap into the pools that are offering well over 5%. Obviously, at the end, the court will have that determination, but instead of keeping the majority of our cash balance with our depository, we would, direct them to our pools, and which are very liquid. The liquidity is almost 24 hours.
So you're wanting your 73% to go down?
I'm sorry?
You're wanting your 73% of cash investments to go down?
I'm wanting to not be tied to the 70-30 portion, Rachel.
Okay.
Because if you see here in our investment income, just for the month of July, we brought in $774,372 with 0 cents.
Yep.
That amount would have been extremely higher if we did not have that caveat where it was 70-30.
Okay.
The running total for the fiscal year 2022-23, we've already generated $4,859,425 in investment income. Our investment portfolio summary on the next slide. I'm sorry?
Let me just stop. Ralph, is that income proposed in the budget? Is that part of our revenue?
It's not proposed to it. The full, we had this conversation in meeting with the revenues total. We're keeping it very conservative. One, because we keep all of our investments to maturity without it having a direct impact, and we just don't know what the market fluctuation
What's
will be.
conservative?
1.5.
What if you?
For the record, Rafael Perez, County Auditor. We were looking at last year's revenue, even going back, and whatever was realized, that's what we budgeted. And I believe it was $1 million. So it's been, in his current projection, they are higher. What concerns me is when we were tied, because we have a investment policy, and the treasurer mentioned that his hands were tied because the policy has been approved. And one of the recommendations, because we have spoken earlier, I did mention if he could also consider having an investment committee, so we could have brought this information to invest in text pool, when maybe 1 month earlier, 2 months earlier. So that was a recommendation that I had for him at the last speaking with him,
Are
So
there
that's
brokers?
why I was concerned that, our hands were tied, and, I mean, we could have found a way to invest in the very liquid text pool.
Okay.
But I think the question was in terms of what the projection was. And speaking to the auditor, he felt comfortable, even though my projections were a little bit higher. I was around the 2 million, but he thought it'd be appropriate to just keep it at 1.
No, okay.
But
it's
the
better as
point,
kind
but
of
the
savings.
I still don't have a clear answer to the question. Are you putting this on your books? Like, are you putting this as revenue to your books?
Yes, whatever's
put 1 million.
attributable.
$1.5 million, so everything above
No,
that.
And I'm pretty sure whatever number the treasurer did give us, that's what we're using. Last year, we were using $1 million, and it was right, $1.5 million.
I got it. I get it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you.
And the next slide is our checks issued report as of June 30th, 2023. Our accounts payable, payroll, and payroll liabilities, those total disbursements throughout the Commissioners Court meetings, that totaled $14,128,600 with 23 cents. In our next slide, you'll see the sales tax revenue for the month of June 2023. That total revenue was $2,341,107. Last year, Judge and Commissioners, that amount was $1,831,295. That is an increase of 27.8389%. In terms of our bingo and mixed beverage tax revenues, we are pending because the reports aren't due, so we'll have it in July for the bingo tax. And then for the mixed beverage, that total amount was $65,519 with 70 cents. So there's been a constant, stability in terms of the 60s that would, be good projections for the new upcoming fiscal year. In terms of our Webb County rents report, you'll see there that the rents received totaled $7,530 with 24 cents. The rents paid were $23,775 with 45 cents. Leases paid, you'll see there, we have total debt service leases we have a total of 22. 16 debt service leases are paid once yearly, and then 6 of them are paid on a monthly basis. For the month of June, that total payment was $380,904 with 18 cents. The permanent school fund, we did have some royalties. We did receive royalties from Highway 44, which is Lewis. That's $134,547 with 38 cents. Highway 59, the Aldine Oil and Gas LP, that was $1,056 with 32 cents. We had no damages reported, and then we did get some hunting and grazing, and that from Highway 44, and that payment was $152,398 with 37 cents. And then we should be getting our next payment for Highway 59 on the 13th of October, 2023. So that total revenue for the permanent school fund totaled $288,002.07. Oh, and then the Tex-Mex parking lot. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, we had 2 weeks of non-operable, service, whether it be the card reader or people ramming into the gate, what's it called, bar. Yeah, we did have two. That's why you see here the decrease, the substantial decrease in revenue, I might add. And then you also see here that, because of the result of those 2 weeks, we didn't even have to issue out vouchers for, those
That's
jurors.
great.
Yeah, but I will be sending y'all a GM summary, so it dictates what days the parking garage or the parking lot was not operable. All the repairs have been made. We ordered extra arms, and we're in the process of working with.
We have cameras watching the.
That is what they're working on as we speak, yes, the camera system. We were lucky to be able to coordinate with the sheriff's office and of course IT, who has been very instrumental in assisting us with this.
Very good.
But yes, and Judge and Commissioners, that is all I have this morning.
Motion to accept report.
Very good.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
I
Thank you, sir.
appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.